Hi there, this is Dan Graham from Gothic Instruments. I'm here to talk about the DRONAR Glitchscapes module, some of the under the hood things that are going on, specifically the actual raw underlying sounds, to give you a bit of a guide of what's actually happening underneath all these interesting presets. So the first thing to say is that in common with all the DRONARs, there's 4 layers of sounds. There's the low layer, which is a series of low bass notes. There's the mid layer, which is for chords. There's the higher layer, which is a single high note. And then there's the FX layer, which is a series of untuned, unpitched sounds. The Glitchscapes module in particular is very heavy on the effects layer. There's a lot more effects sounds than anything else, and that's because that's where all the glitches lie, is in the weird little sounds like electricity and moths flying around, flickering light bulbs, and it's that kind of slightly unsettling sounds that you get with this that it specializes in. Okay, so if we're going to start, let's say we'll start with the FX layer. So if you go into the sounds page, which is new, things have been kind of separated out a little bit more in the Glitchscapes module. There's a separate sounds page now to help you select the sounds that you want. So under the module to the left, that's actually the categories of sound. So there's aggressive signals, and within aggressive signals there's all these. Within electrical there's all these. Now common is the sounds that you get with every single DRONAR module. So you'll always get this same set of sounds, and it's designed to be a good range of sounds that'll work with anything. But if we have a quick listen to sort of aggressive signals, what we've got here is the AB slider, which allows you to do kind of a fade between 2 separate sounds in each layer. So first of all, we've got this dead distortion. Dread signal 2, so that's good horror territory. Fuzzy illogic, fuzzy illogic 2. Now, although you've got these sounds, you've got a lot of control just by going into the expert page and changing the tone or the filter. That's more lower, that's more high. Okay, scorcher. Now if we select a different sound on the other side, on the AB, so there's 2 separate sounds now, you can then fade between them. The width control, at 0 it just blends them both together, so they're both 2 stereo sounds on top of each other. But if you turn it up, it sends one sound over to the left and one over to the right to get a very wide sound. Sea of Glitch, Scream Station, Electrical, Buzzer, Buzzer 2, Buzzer 3, Buzzer 4. Now this is fading out a lot over each other, so I'll just these little images here of the ramps up and down, that's actually the attack and release. So if I turn the attack and release down a bit, then it gives you a cleaner sound. So this is all created by the sound design genius Alessandro Camnasio, who's well known for creating a lot of sound design for movie trailers. Magnetism. So you got all these interesting sounds, and they can be used on their own if you want sort of just weird, otherworldly textures. Some of these kind of things can be good, sort of quiet in the mix, but with lots of low. Put some strings on the low. It's just strings. And then when you bring in a high sound, it adds more tension. Okay, so as you've seen in the FX layer, there are a lot of options. There's a lot of sounds. In the other layers, there's only two, which is common, which is the ones that you get with every single one, which includes a bit of a mixture of things like a mandolin tremolo, and there's various synth sounds and string sounds. And then in terms of glitchscapes, there's this whole set of sounds. So when you just go through them on their own, they can sound a bit just neither here nor there. But when you sort of blend them together and then bring in the different layers, maybe bring down the filter, the tone, and then you switch on the arpeggiator, you have that doing something interesting. Okay, well, gonna have a quick listen to some of the low sounds. Digi shimmer, dissonant vibrations. Again, with the low layer, it becomes very useful when you do things like lower the tone, which really emphasizes the low parts of the sound, and thick, which gives it doubles it up, so it creates 2 octaves. It's not as obvious with a sound like that. Liquid data, as they say in Australia. Liquid data. Ooh. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That's straight off Jean-Michel Jarre. Great sound. magnetic aura. That's also pretty cool. Got a lot of low energy, and it's also because of the tones right down at the bottom. Really emphasizes that absolute low pitch. The tone dial is like a kind of a combined EQ and filter. So when you turn it down, it really pushes up the gain on the low end and takes away the high end. In the middle is just how it was sampled, and as you get toward the top, it filters out all the low frequencies and emphasizes the high frequencies. So it's really handy, especially for the low frequencies. Combine that sound with the ambient. Pretty cool, eh? The intensity's up full, so bring that down. Instant unsettling soundscape there. One thing that's useful, because what you've got going on there is 8 sounds at once, which it's good when you want a complex sound, but you can instantly get a kind of a much more clean, simple sound by always having the A/B sliders at full one way or another, because then it's only one sound. And then also if you're only having one layer coming in, so there you go. So you can see what's going on there. You've got your 2 categories, common and glitchscapes, or in the FX layer you've got all these. You've got all these different sounds, and this combination of A/B mixing, using the width control to pan them out left and right. You've got all these attack and release controls. You've got a filter and the tone, and then there's a whole set of effects and LFO and distortion effects, an arpeggiator. You add all these together, and well, that's what makes DRONAR. It's a system of already complex, interesting sounds to begin with as the raw layers, and then it's really when you start combining them and blending all these different sound shaping modulations on top of it, that it becomes this complex, expressive instrument. Now, Glitchscapes, I think it's just extremely ear-catching stuff. It does veer towards dark and unsettling, but that's good if you want dark, unsettling things. We've got other modules if you want more bright, cheerful things, although it can do very beautiful pads and soundscapes as well, so it's not only dark and unsettling. Okay, that's the DRONAR Glitchscapes module under the hood. I hope you enjoyed that, or if you didn't enjoy it, I hope that you thought it was illuminating, and if it wasn't illuminating, I hope it didn't waste too much of your time, and if it wasted your time, I hope it didn't cause too much pain, and if it did, I'm sorry.